घनश्याम सुंदराश्रीधरा अरुणोदय झाला उठिला करी वनमाळी उदया चळी मित्र आला समस्त जन कल्याणी निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ and welcome to all for the Vedānta Jñana Yajña 17th week. Time really flies. Where are we in the 17th week? We are at a juncture whereby we are about to unravel the reality. Let us find out. What is real? In Advaita Vedanta, we ask this question, real meaning Sat. That which remains the same, unchanged in all three periods of awareness. That is the waking state where we are just now. In the dream state where we are in between sleep and waking, whereby we are having beautiful imaginations of our mind. And also the third state, which is called the deep sleep state, where almost nothing is cognized. And we can experience all this, right? We can experience all this. This is what in Advaita called as real. What is unreal, or as it called, Asat? That which can't be altogether. It cannot be. That which cannot be. No one has ever experienced it or seen it. For example, like last time I had said, that the sun rising from the west, or that the rabbit has suddenly grown a horn of a rhinoceros, or like the sky flowers. Yes, there are beautiful flowers everywhere on the plant, but sky flowers, has anybody experienced it? This is Asat, unreal. However, Vedanta clearly distinguishes between the real and the unreal. But Advaita also recognizes a different kind of experience, which we call as illusion, or as in Vedanta it is called as Mithya. Illusion, Mithya. So what is illusion? That which is neither real nor unreal. Illusion, Mithya, which is neither real neither unreal. That which can be seen and experienced, but keeps on changing its form. It's in a continuous flux. Therefore, which changes cannot be Sat. Why? What is the explanation of Sat? That which remains permanent. And it also cannot be experienced, or you cannot say it real, because it is being experienced. So it cannot be unreal, because it has been experienced. What we have spoken about unreal, that which cannot be. But this Mithya or illusion, it is. Examples like the dream that we see. In the dream, I was walking in the woods. And in the woods, it was quite dark. And suddenly, I see something moving on the ground. And immediately I see a perfect snake. I feel so afraid about it suddenly. And my hand goes to the torch and my torch turns on immediately. In the full glow of the torch, the bright light, I only come to realize, oh, it wasn't snake. It was just a rope put by some person. But till the time I personally, individually was seeing that rope as snake, it had all the attributes of a snake. It had a very smooth skin. It was moving like a snake, and it could have turned and bitten me also. So long as this illusion is there in my mind, not in the mind of my partner who was walking with me. The person had not even seen the snake. Forget about recognizing it as a snake. And when I pointed out, it said, it is not a snake, it's a rope. This illusion is temporary only for me, just like our dream. That's why it is called Mithya. Was not the snake there? It was there in my mind, so I was experiencing it. If I was experiencing it, how can we call it unreal? Correct? But it was not real. Why? It was not a snake. It got negated. It got negated into becoming a rope. Becoming a rope. Did the rope ever become snake? Never. Only when I put the light proper, when my cognition understood it is not a snake, it became, or it was a rope, and it will remain a rope forever. This is Mithya. Last class before we ended, I said this seat is also Mithya. This house is also Mithya. As a matter of fact, Vedānta clearly tells us that only and only Brahman, the Sat, the truth is real, rest everything is not. How does that happen then? How do we come to realize that way? How can I say the chair is unreal? Vedanta explains to us beautifully. What does it mean by remaining steady and constant? It says it should be constant and unchanged in all three periods of our awareness. That means what is Asat, or what is unreal, or what is Mithya? That which keeps changing its form. Speaking of a tree, think about the tree goes under the 6 modification, Shadavikar as it is called. First, the tree is in a form of a seed. It is not yet born, but it is in a form of seed. It is. Then it is planted and slowly a shoot comes out. It is born. After it is born, it grows a little. But it requires shelter. Once it has gone by that shelter, it has become mature. It is a strong tree which gives support and shade and fruits and beautiful breeze to everyone. But next level of this is when the tree becomes very old. It starts decaying, the 5th stage. And finally the 6th stage is that it perishes. You see, from the part which it was not born, but it was in a different form, to it was born into a shoot, to growing up, to becoming mature, to becoming decayed and old, finally to perishing. All the stages it kept changing, and this change is what we call as in Vedanta, in Advaita, as unreal, because this is continuously moving. This is the Mithya aspect. Do you think after it has perished, it is finished? No. It turns into ashes, and in ashes it goes, mixes with the ground, and then what happens? Again it becomes a new tree and comes out. Now, have you not seen the same thing happening to us? Don't we first are conceived, then we are born, then as a small little child we are taken care of, then we grow up to be little stronger and powerful, but yet we need cover, and then we become very strong and mature. We are able to take care of the world. We say, no, this is right and that is wrong, and we have a will and we have a statement for everything. Slowly to become old, whereby other people will not pay so much of attention towards you. And eventually that old age gets deterioration to your body. And eventually this body ends. But does that end you? Advaita says, not what is unreal, not what is mithya or illusion, focus on what is real. And in all these stages, right from the time when you were born to the time you are dead, were you not you? Only the change was apparent on the body. Ask your grandfather, ask a very elderly person, when he was a young child, when he was a grown-up person, and when he is very old, the bodily actions, the bodily abilities have changed. The mental faculty has changed and deteriorated. But he, she remain the same, yes or no? I, the experiencer, remain the same. That never changes. And this is what Advaita says, Jivo Brahmaivana Aparaha, that this Jiva, you, and that Brahman, the reality, is one and not different, because they both are unchanging and ever as they are. Isn't it lovely? And of course, as always, the time has run out. Very quickly, only 3 things we have to understand. 1, real, Sat. 2, unreal, Asat. 3, illusion, Mithya. Now we have to decide whether we should inquire into illusion and spend the rest of our life, or we should run behind Asat, that is unreal, and run behind it all our life, or literally hold on and find the real truth behind all this. With these few words, I take a Madhya Viram, a small interval. And next Sunday, once again we meet. Let us join our palms, and those who can chant Om, do join me. Thank you, Bhagwan. Thank you, Gurudev. Thank you, parents, for this beautiful opportunity. Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Hari Om to all. Bye bye.